I am at the Yes on 805 watch party in Oklahoma City. There's still time to get your vote in. We're covering State Question 805 tonight. With me is Chris Steele, the Executive Director for Oklahomans for Criminal Justice Reform. If people are still figuring out what's on the ballot, what can you say about State Question 805 to clear things up?
So State Question 805 takes a step towards safely reducing our overcrowded prison population by reducing excessive sentences for nonviolent crimes. In the process, it saves the taxpayers of Oklahoma nearly $200 million and improves the quality of life by allowing those resources to be reinvested in education, healthcare, infrastructure, treatment, and in things that truly allow fellow Oklahomans to reach their full potential.
What do you say to those who argue that there are violent crimes classified as nonviolent and that this would be a pass for some offenders, so to speak?
So simply not true. The legislature maintains the authority to determine what is classified as violent or nonviolent. That does not change under State Question 805. In addition to that, the legislature maintains the authority to establish the range of punishment for any felony conviction in state statute. State Question 805 does not apply to the definition of what is violent or nonviolent. So the reality is State Question 805 only limits the use of sentence enhancements, tacking on additional years in prison beyond the maximum range of punishment for anyone who is convicted of a nonviolent offense. All of the safeguards remain in place to hold anyone accountable who commits an act of violence or harm against another person.
Domestic abuse and domestic violence has been a hot topic surrounding State Question 805. What do you say to those who are wondering about 805?
All of the safeguards remain in place to hold anyone convicted of domestic violence accountable. So under State Question 805, anyone convicted of domestic violence would go to prison for up to 10 years, face 2 separate reviews by the Pardon and Parole Board and a 3rd review by the governor before they would even be considered eligible to be released. The great thing about State Question, so all of those punishments, all of those sanctions remain in place, but the great thing about State Question 805 is it frees up an additional resource that would allow us to reinvest, to help survivors of violence, to help survivors, move forward in a positive, productive manner. And so this is a win-win. It's a win for public safety. It's a win for the taxpayers of Oklahoma. It's a win for families. And we're pretty excited to have the opportunity to improve our criminal justice system.
Okay, well, we'll be here watching the results of State Question 805. Back to you all.